welcome to another of my scrapbook process videos. As I've mentioned before, I'm taking part in the Summer Fiesta over on For the Love of Pretty Paper, and today's prompt, along with the Crafting Out Loud Facebook group, it's a travel themed on the road, and the prompts were to use triangles, florals, and the word explore. So it's either got the word can either be in the title or in journaling, but it needs to be on the page somewhere. So I've cut out a triangle template, and before I use any of this paper, these papers I'm using today are from Amy Tangerine Hustle and Heart, which I bagged in the sale over on Lottie Loves Paper. So as you can see, I cut out a couple of the words on the back. I didn't want, there were certain words that I wanted to keep before I started cutting out that first paper. I've sped this process up a little bit for you, and also the cutting out of the triangles, because I don't think you really need to for me to explain or to actually know how to draw round triangles and cut them out. So while I'm just doing this, I'll just explain a bit more. So Crafting Out Loud, which is run by Natalie Bowers, is another Facebook group which is craft related. She has daily prompts on there herself to get chat going on there between us fellow crafters, so we can give shout outs to any other accounts that we may follow, any shops that we buy stash from, and there's also sort of advice chat threads, and lots going on there, chatting and inspiration, and also sharing of our crafty projects. So this photo that I've chosen today is when we were up in the hills in San Marino in Italy last year. So I thought it would be quite good. I quite like, because it's the valley behind us, I wanted the triangles to face downwards like a valley, and I'm just trying to sort of like figure out the placing of it there before I mat it onto some just spare black card that I had hanging around. So Italy at the moment is mine and my husband's favourite place to visit. We're going there again at the end of this month. Will be our 4th year running that we visited Italy. This year we're doing the south of Italy because we've never been any further south than Rome before, but it's captured our hearts, and it's a place I think that we are planning maybe living or buying a property there sometime in the future. So every holiday we go on, every trip we take to Italy or wherever we go, I make a mini album before we go and take it with me, and I scrap on the go. I have a Polaroid Snap Touch camera. Sorry, I couldn't remember what it was called then. Yeah, it's a Polaroid Snap Touch camera which takes photos, and you can either print them out there and then, or save them to memory and print them out at a later date on the 2x3 paper that's in there. So I take photos while we're out and about, and then print them out when we get back to wherever we're staying, usually an Airbnb apartment, and then I fill in sort of a day's journal and put in any photos, ephemera that I've collected that day, which could be anything from like ticket stubs, I always get business cards from any cafes and restaurants we go into. It could be a napkin, obviously unused. So I collect all of that during the day. Rob is very good now, actually, and will pick up anything that he thinks that I can put into the album as well. And he does it sort of, he does support me in sort of encouraging me to take the albums with me as well. So I will be using the rest of my, well, some of my Lottie Loves Paper August kit for that as well, and hopefully we'll be making some process videos to show you how I make it, how I fill it in before we go, and then I'll hopefully do one when we get back of the whole completed album. So this ephemera pack is Pink Fresh Studio Simple and Sweet, Sweet and Simple ephemera, and I knew that there was a little explore word in there, so I was looking through for that then. And I've separated out all the flowers to fit in with the floral part of the prompt. I've also used obviously some floral paper in the Hustle and Heart range. So I'm just having a mess around, trying to see where things fit. When it comes to embellishments and ephemera, adding them to the page, I am a fiddler. I like to fiddle around with them and just try them in different positions. So sometimes I've cut this out of my videos when I'm messing about too much with them, but I thought I'd just leave it in this time just to show you that I do sort of pick things out, try it different places, and sometimes I do discard it if it really doesn't fit anywhere in with what I'm doing. I've decided now that those flowers are going to be dotted around over the papers slightly. And as I'm looking at it, I'm realising that the flowers are actually sort of lined up almost in a diagonal line, two diagonal lines of flowers. So when I start gluing them in a minute, I do sort of like randomise them just a little bit more. And as you can see, I've chosen the words explore, where we belong, because as I said, that's where our heart is at the moment, is Italy. It's just captured us in so many ways, in lots of the areas as well. It's not just one area at the moment that has sort of like captured us more than any other. Although when we go this year, we are going back to Rome again, which will be our third time there. But there's just so much else we haven't seen, and there is a piazza in Rome called Piazza Navona where we just love to sit, people watch. The entertainment there, there's street entertainment, there's artists, and different things going on at different times of the day, and it's lovely. You can just sit there, and it's the atmosphere is absolutely gorgeous. So we are spending 3 nights in Rome, but we're mainly sort of concentrating this time on Naples, the Amalfi Coast, Pompeii, and around that area for 6 nights, and then travelling up to Rome on the train to finish off our holiday. So I just add in some sequins which I had left over from one of our previous kits as well. I just thought that the page needed just a little bit of sparkle in it. It was feeling a bit flat. And let's add a few more, why not? go all in. Don't forget that any of the groups and sites that I've mentioned today on here are linked below in the comments section. So just open that up a little bit more and you'll find links to For the Love of Pretty Paper, Crafting Out Loud, my Instagram, Lottie Loves Paper, Facebook group, website, and her Instagram as well, where you'll see all the other DT members' creations on there. They've all got YouTube channels as well, so have a look out for those. And I think I'm almost done. I had to sort of cut quite a bit out of there then because I couldn't remember the date that we were in San Marino, so I had to like look through my phone to find the photo and just check the date on it, just to add a little bit of journaling up the side. I didn't want to take up any more sort of like of the white space, so I've just used what was sort of above the adventure block there. And that's the page finished. Thank you for watching and come back soon. Bye.